Celine Dion may very well be one of the wealthiest and most successful stars of all times. Despite that, her life was full of sorrow and challenges that she had to battle one after another. At the age of 12, Dion met her manager and future husband, René Angelil, who was in his late 30s at the time. This story dates back to the time when Celine was still an aspiring singer in Canada. Her family took a shot and sent her first demo to Angelil's studio. The producer was so intrigued that he brought Celine to sing for him in person. Before any romantic relationship started to sprout, Angelil remained purely a professional manager for Celine for 5 years. He was so sure of her success that he mortgaged his own house to invest in Dion's career. When Celine was around 18, she started to feel love for René. "I kind of saw him differently." The two found a soulmate in each other and began dating as Celine turned 19. But since Angelil was 45, her mother was firmly against their relationship. In an interview, Dion later admitted that it was very difficult to go through. Her mother tried to convince Celine of René's irresponsibility as he's been married twice and had 3 kids. But none of her words could stop the young and stubborn Celine, who was madly in love and willing to share it with the world. The couple finally got engaged 11 years later. It may sound impossible, but they managed to keep it a secret from the public for 5 years. Celine was the first to become vocal about their private life. She wrote a message revealing her love story on her multi-platinum CD, The Color of My Love. The only thing that lacked in their perfect family life were kids. It proved to be not so easy to achieve. Unsuccessful efforts to get pregnant faded when René was diagnosed with cancer for the first time. Celine took a 2-year break from her career to take care of her significant other. When René finally recovered, Celine gave birth to a son via in vitro fertilization. It was like a dream come true. Her 2 boys were happy and next to her. After battling cancer, infertility, and the judgment of the public, the couple struggled with a new problem, so miserable in comparison to what they have been through. The overwhelming popularity of Celine and the partnership between the couple could not but leave a mark. Constant tours, concerts, traveling, and common business caused too much pressure even for their strong love. Celine and René couldn't make time for each other, but they never stopped fighting to keep what cost so much to earn. Celine admitted that life with 71-year-old Angelil was better than ever. "We laugh, we joke, we kid each other. We want our marriage to last forever. Talk over everything, and you'll find that you are still on the honeymoon. It's the secret." A few years later, the lovebirds were expecting a second baby, but it ended in a painful miscarriage for the singer. Less than a year later, Celine gave birth to twin boys with the help of IVF. In 2014, when René was diagnosed with cancer for the second time, he left the music business to spend more time with his kids. Celine made sure nothing stressed him out to ensure 100% recovery. She canceled her Asian tour and postponed her Las Vegas residency. In an interview that year, she told that René's health was so poor that she had to feed him. "He's got a feeding tube. I have to feed him 3 times a day." On January 14, she woke up to the news that Angelil was carried to the hospital, but he didn't make it back to her. After Angelil's nurse called her to his bedside, Dion says, "I closed the door so the children wouldn't sense anything. I got on my knees and I kissed him," she explains. "It was the coldest thing I've ever experienced in my life, but it was amazing. I said, 'Promise me not to worry. I'm fine. The kids are great. We're gonna be okay. It's enough suffering. Just go in peace.'" The life of stars is full of joy and sorrow, just as ours. Subscribe to our channel and get more of the touching celebrities' life stories.